I'll take this then. Yeah, I saw Anora last night, and I think my review is more about the experience I had watching Anora than about the movie itself. Um, Thursday night is the night I go out and see movies that are in theaters. My wife, as you know, she's been ill, but she had enough strength to go out and see a movie with me, and so I was like, okay, I'll take you. So it's like, what movie are you seeing? I say, I'm going to see Anora. She goes, what's it about? And I go, it's about a sex worker. You're not going to like it. And she goes, I don't care. I'm just coming out to see a movie with you. And I go, fine. And so basically I warned her. Let's just say I warned her. So we go in. I know nothing of the movie. The movie starts. And the opening sequence is a strip club with at least half a dozen strippers, topless strippers, giving lap dances. And let's just say that nudity and sex in films do not stand out the most unless you're sitting next to your wife while watching it. And I looked at her and I just said, you asked for this. You know, you knew this was going to happen. And not only was the opening scene just a bunch of topless women giving lap dances, but there's a lot of nudity in this. And of course, my wife is sitting next to me. And a lot of sex in it. Yes. My wife is sitting next to me. And at the end of the movie, we just kind of turned to each other and said, I kind of like this movie. And so I really like this movie. And weirdly enough, my wife really liked this movie. And I'll tell you, I think nudity and boobs are great. But this story really is about this girl, Anora, this young woman, Anora. And the fact that she has to fight her entire life. In this movie, she is in this constant state of fighting. She's given brief moments of pleasure, but it's her life is a fight. And the movie kind of builds upon that, just builds and builds and builds upon that, and to a point of catharsis. And with like a lot of Sean Baker movies, especially with Florida Project, you know, it's this simple ending that just pays off everything you saw leading up to it. And you know, it's just a really interesting story. And here's one moment, and again, I can't spoil it, but there's a moment in this movie where the film stands up for men in this world of toxic masculinity. And for me, that was the most refreshing scene I've seen in a long time. It's like, yes, thank you for speaking for the majority of men in the world. And so I do love this character study. I love the story how it plays out, the twist, the turn, the massive turn it takes into the second half. And then the third act. It is just a well done told story. If you know, let's just say my wife was not as thrown back by all the nudity and sex. So, you know, maybe you can bring your wife to it. I wouldn't necessarily call it a date movie, but for me, it was a date movie. So yeah, big recommendation for me for Anora.
I'm surprised to hear that, but I'm also surprised to hear that your wife liked the film. I mean, there is some graphic nudity and sex,
yes.
But I'll say this, there's heart to it. Like
Mhm.
Anora herself, you see how much she has to fight just to survive, as you said. And in the middle of the movie, she's in love. Like it starts out as a transactional relationship that turns into real affection and then goes awry.
Right.
And that's
But
all
you
need to
buy
know.
into that love. You buy into
Yes.
the fact that these two people love each other. And
Yeah.
again, just a testament of good storytelling.
Yeah. So, God, I'm glad that you liked it. I did not expect that, Alan.
Yeah, I'm surprised my wife liked it.